In the wide, open plains of Montana, where the horizon stretches so far you can almost touch the sky, there was a ranch. The kind of place where you wake up to the sound of wind whispering through the grass, and the only traffic you'll see is a herd of cattle slowly making their way to the water trough. This was the Morrison Ranch, and it had been in the family for 4 generations. A sprawling 5,000-acre spread that had seen its fair share of successes and hardships. But through it all, the land stayed the same. The hills rolled, the cattle roamed, and the sun set the same way every evening. Until one October morning, everything changed. It was a crisp fall morning when it all began. I remember it like it was yesterday. The kind of morning where the frost on the ground makes your boots crunch with each step, and the scent of fresh air fills your lungs. I had just gotten the coffee brewing, sitting on the porch, staring out at the pasture, when my granddaughter, Lily, came running toward me. She was wearing her yellow dress, the one Grandma made for her with sunflowers embroidered on the hem. It was the one she wore when she wanted to be outside, to help with the cows, to see her favorite bull, Thunder. Thunder was a beast. A 2,200-pound Black Angus bull who looked like he could take down a mountain if he wanted to. But to Lily, he was more than just a bull. He was her protector, her friend, her gentle giant. You know, animals always seem to know the people who love them, and Thunder knew Lily like no one else. He was calm around her, even let her braid flowers into his tail. I'd seen that bull be rough with strangers, but not with her. She was the light of the ranch, a breath of fresh air that made everything feel right. That day, Lily had insisted on coming with me to check on the herd. We'd walk the pastures together, chatting, her laughter ringing through the air. As we made our way toward the far corner of the field, I spotted Thunder grazing near the fence. She was so excited, bouncing around in her little dress, her golden hair catching the sun. "Grandpa Tom," she called out to me, pointing at Thunder. "Can I sing to him? Mommy says animals like music." I laughed, the kind of chuckle only a grandparent can have when your grandkid says something that makes you proud, but also a little surprised. "Go ahead, sweetheart. Thunder would love to hear your beautiful voice," I told her, and she ran off, her little legs carrying her toward the bull. But what happened next? Well, that's the part I'll never forget. Lily started singing a lullaby her mother used to sing to her. It was sweet, innocent just like her. A song about peaceful meadows and dreams under a bright blue sky. And then, without warning, it happened. A rattlesnake, hidden in the tall grass, struck. I heard Lily scream before I even saw what happened. I ran, faster than I thought I could, but when I reached her, it was too late. That venom hit her fast, and within minutes, she was gone. Just like that. My beautiful Lily, in her yellow dress, lying still on the ground while Thunder had seen it all. He was watching from the corner of the field, and without a second thought, he charged. It was as though he was on a mission. He stomped on that snake like it was nothing. And then, he turned and stood in front of Lily, like he was guarding her, keeping her safe. But by the time I got to her, by the time the helicopter arrived, it was too late. And after that day, Thunder never made another sound. Not a grunt, not a bellow. Nothing. The vet, Dr. Sarah Chun, came to check him out. Physically, there was nothing wrong. His throat was fine, his vocal cords were intact, but she looked at me and said what I didn't want to hear. "Tom, I think he's grieving." She had seen it before, animals mourning the loss of something or someone, but Thunder's silence, it wasn't just sadness. It was something deeper. He wasn't just quiet. He was in mourning, just like we were. And that silence, it stayed. It became part of the ranch, like a ghost that hung over everything. Every time I looked out at the pasture, Thunder was there, standing alone in the same spot, as if he was waiting, watching for something that would never come back. And it wasn't just the silence. Thunder had changed. The bull that used to roam the fields, full of curiosity and energy, became withdrawn. He'd graze alone, far from the herd, and I saw him standing in the exact spot where Lily had fallen for hours at a time. He wasn't just a bull anymore. He was a living monument to the grief that had swallowed our family whole. I talked to Margaret about putting him down. It wasn't out of cruelty, it was because I couldn't stand to watch him suffer like that. "He's not living, Margaret," I told her one night. "He's just existing. Maybe it's kinder to end it." But Margaret, bless her heart, wouldn't hear of it. "Tom," she said, her voice steady but full of sorrow, "that bull tried to save Lily. His silence isn't just grief. It's remembrance. As long as he refuses to make a sound, Lily's memory stays alive on this ranch. And so Thunder stayed, silent, watching, mourning. The ranch hands, like Jose, who had worked with me for 20 years, respected him. They gave him space, let him be. It's like the other cattle know, Jose told his wife. They don't bother him, don't challenge him. They just let him be. Years passed, and Thunder aged. The once fiery, strong bull grew into an older, more reserved animal. But he never broke his silence. And still, every day, he would stand there, at the spot where Lily had fallen, as if nothing had changed. But then, one day, everything did. A woman named Emma Caldwell called. She was a music therapist. Now, I know what you're thinking, music for a bull. But Emma had helped humans with grief before, so when I heard about her, I thought maybe, just maybe, she could help Thunder. I called her up, told her the whole story about Lily, about Thunder's silence, and the pain that had never gone away. She came out to the ranch, bringing nothing but an acoustic guitar and a heart full of hope. When she saw Thunder for the first time, standing there as always, her eyes softened. She said, "I've never worked with a bull before, Tom, but grief is grief, no matter the species." And so, she began. Every afternoon, Emma would play her guitar for Thunder. It started with simple melodies, gentle tunes. At first, he didn't respond nothing. But Emma was patient. She played everything from folk to classical. Thunder listened, quietly as always. Then came the breakthrough. On the 5th anniversary of Lily's death, Emma decided to try something different. She learned the lullaby that Lily had been singing the day she died. Golden Fields, it was called. It was a song that had meant so much to Lily. A song about peace, about safety. Emma practiced it for weeks, and on that day, she played it for Thunder. As the sun set, Emma sat down near the fence where Lily had fallen. She played the opening chords, and Thunder. He turned. His ears perked up, and his massive head tilted slightly. The bull had never reacted like this before. He listened. The music flowed through the air, and something in Thunder shifted. His body trembled. And then, he did something he hadn't done in 5 years. Thunder made a sound, a soft, low rumble, almost like a sigh. Not a full bellow, but a vocalization that was as broken as it was beautiful. It wasn't loud or forceful, but it was enough. It was enough. Thunder's voice had returned. And in that moment, everything changed. The ranch, the herd, even the sky above seemed to breathe again. It wasn't just Thunder who had healed. Everyone who witnessed that moment felt it. It was as if Thunder had given a voice to all the grief, to all the loss. And in doing so, he had freed us all. Over the next few months, Thunder started to vocalize more. His once silent pasture became filled with his calls. The cattle, who had kept their distance, now came to him, seeking his presence. It was like the whole ranch was coming back to life. And as for me, I found peace. I found hope. I realized Thunder's silence wasn't just a symbol of death, it was a testament to love, to loss, and to the strength it takes to heal. So here's the thing. Thunder taught me something I never expected. Healing doesn't come all at once. Sometimes it takes years, and sometimes it takes the right song. Thunder found his voice again, but it wasn't because he'd forgotten Lily. It was because he'd found a way to carry her memory forward, through the very sound he had kept locked away for so long. So, I ask you, how do you cope with grief? What brings you peace when the world feels too heavy? Do you think, like me, that sometimes the best way to honor those we've lost is by finding new ways to live, new ways to love? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how you've found healing, or maybe how you've helped someone else do the same.